Hi everyone, Turner Burner here with another video for you guys. This is going to be different than my usual videos, where it's going to be exclusively a discussion on different things. I want to touch on some of the glitches that I know about, some of my thoughts on Escape as a whole, and score runs. This is kind of more informal, to where I'm just kind of going to say some stuff that I have a few topics I want to touch on, and then I'll expound on those topics based off of what really just comes to my head. So let's just dive right into it. Okay, so for escape, and I'm hovering over a map specifically, but for escape, what it used to mean something, to just complete a master hive. Now, as you get better at escape, you need to do more to challenge yourself, at least in my opinion. So, score runs is a good and can be fun way to show how well you are at a particular hive. Um, it used to represent, the highest score used to represent the best players for that particular hive. In Operation 2, there was a particular team. Operation 3, there was a particular team. And now in Operation 4, there's a different team. I'm not going to say their names because that's not my channel, isn't to promote those people, it's promote the situation. Um, Operation 2 was probably the first team that really understood what score runs, meat shielding, marking, headshots, when to do those, when not to do those, and their values. But they kept all that information for themselves, so they got the highest scores, but nobody knew anything at that time. So their talent has never really been challenged, or how should I phrase this? In Operation 2, their talent wasn't really challenged. So we really don't know how good they actually were, because we know that they're good at understanding the scores, but compared to other players in Operation 2 specifically, we really don't know. And coincidentally, in Operation 3, once more teams started to know what score runs were, they were no longer the number one team. So that's something I've noticed in Operation 3 in comparison to 2. And I never understood, because I released a video a couple months ago, which was way after they knew. I think my video was released in January, or sorry, excuse me, June, about score runs and what you can do. It's still tips you could use to right now, like meat shielding and headshotting scions, marking enemies, headshotting juvies if you can. These are tips you can still use in your score runs, but they knew about it in February ish, maybe even earlier than that. But no, February, maybe even sooner, or further back, I should say. So I never understood what the secrecy was for. When it comes down to escape rewards, the coalition doesn't really care if you're number one, two, three. They give you rewards based off of top big chunks, like top 5%. I think at one point it was top 1%. So big chunks. So it's like we all get the same amount of scrap and your gears coins or skins. So what's the secrecy for? So, and if I guess if you're not a competitive person, you would want all the information to yourself so you can continue having number one scores, but it kind of skews your talent once everyone does know and you're nowhere to be found. So that's my opinion on that. So as soon as I knew what the score runs were, because a team told me in Operation 3, um, as soon as I knew, I felt like I had to tell everyone. Now, granted, I don't know how many people actually seen that video. It's only got 300 views, but by the same token, at least if someone wants to find out about score runs, they can search it and possibly, probably find my video. So hopefully that video can help you, or has helped you, either or. So so now I want to talk about Operation 3 and 4, those teams. So to get top 10 or top 20 or heck, even top 100 for these score runs, you have to be highly, highly skilled. Honestly, to play Escape, you have to be highly, highly skilled. So, in order to do that, you need to, for these score runs, you need to, first of all, win, master, know how to headshot, things of that nature. So that's a task in of itself. And then you have to be, better at it than the next person. Then you have to be faster at it than the next person. Um, so that's all fine and dandy. So, but then one team figured out that there's a way to do a glitch to save even more time. And this is where Escape loses interest and loses credibility at this point instantly. Um, because I'll just to give you some context, the fastest time, and we'll go back to lethal engagements because I see that as the ultimate score map because of the fact that you have to meet shield or headshot anyway. So lethal engagements, my time's relatively decent, but the fastest time in Operation 3 when this map first came out was right about 202. Now with the score boost going from 45% to 53%, I could probably just off doing some quick math, the fastest time you could probably get legitimately, it's probably around 209, 210, something 207 ish, somewhere around that range is probably what you can get legitimately. And here's where this comes in. So there's a glitch, or it's pretty old, but I'm gonna touch on it in this video for people who aren't into score runs. If you active reload headshot and meat shield, sorry, let me just clearly explain it. If your teammate grabs a meat shield and someone else has a sniper rifle, and you active reload headshot that meat shield that your teammate's holding, you get an extra 21 seconds. It may be different because of the score boost, but before it was extra 21 seconds. You do that a lot, you accumulate a lot more time, which leads to more time reduction. Um, I never liked this glitch. I don't understand why someone would try to look for this glitch. I mean, I don't know why. I mean, Escape in and of itself is already a challenge. Now it pressured other teams that wanted to remain competitive, including myself, that I have to do some stupid active reload headshot on meat show glitch if I want to get that number one spot. And sometimes I did it, most times I didn't, because it's just not in my character to do stuff of that nature. Some people need to glitch to win and get to the number one spot. That's just not my thing. I rather just, win legitimately with the information I have with the, meat shielding elite enemies or headshotting drones, stuff like that. But some people need to do that to win, which is fine. I don't respect it, but it's fine that you need to do that. But and then on top of that, for people that were introduced to this glitch, some people didn't stop playing because they didn't want to, or stop doing score runs because they didn't want to have anything to do with it. And teams have falling outs because of the fact that, oh, you didn't headshot that meat shield, or you're not doing the glitch enough. And the glitch is actually kind of boring, and it has nothing to do with completing the hive, or it doesn't require any skill at all. I'm just frankly, to be honest, there is a time I really cared about score runs. That's completely gone because of the glitches people care to find, as opposed to just improving your skill at the game. Totally don't get it, but that's just how people are. It actually reminds me of the Olympics, where basically it's common knowledge that the people that are in the Olympics, they work harder, they train harder, and they also have the best genetics while also probably using performance enhancing drugs. So, connecting that to Escape, the top players probably are, the top players, but nowadays they also cheat. And sorry, cheat is an opinion. They also uses glitching to their advantage. So so that's something I want to touch on there. I sometimes think about glitching when I do score runs as well, because I'm guilty. I'm a highly, highly competitive person. And, at one point, I cared to be regarded as, the best player on the best team, other stuff of that nature. But now I only care about things I can control at this point, which I can't control the next glitch people are going to find. It's just not, I don't have time to find glitches. I got, to start working again and things of that nature. So it's just not all that interesting for me. And then my channel, I don't want every video to be me headshotting a meat shield. I rather have solo runs every single day than besides that. But you know, anyway, so with the score boost and the glitch being in effect, the one of the times that was first posted roughly on the lethal engagements was around 218. Now, I did the math and I was like, okay, they did a lot of glitching to get to that time. So they may have glitched everyone to get to that time. I was doing the math across all the enemies and things of that nature. And I was like, okay, that's pretty high. That's probably the best anyone could, do on this map. Maybe get to 220, 221 or something like that. And then a couple days ago, I saw 238. And I laughed because I knew that another glitch had been found. See, this is the problem with, if you give an inch, people take more than that basically. Um this particular glitch is something of the nature. I don't really want to get into it because it just annoys me, but basically you can pick up more cog tags than the map provides. So so what has become just it's all it is who can glitch the best now for score runs. It doesn't mean anything to be number one anymore because you probably did some sort of shady glitch thing to get there. Actually, I could guarantee you did some shady glitch thing to get there. There's YouTubers that won't release their videos of their score runs because of the fact they did shady, glitchy stuff to get there. The only time I don't release a video of my score runs is if the time is too close to another run. Like hypothetically speaking, if you do if I do 2 hours on lethal engagements and then like 10 minutes later I do like 201. I'm not releasing the 201 because it probably looks exactly like the 2 hours. Or if the quality's not good because Twitch isn't always the best. There's no secrecy with me. I'd use Twitch for everything. I got a capture card recently. I've recorded everything. So there's nothing, I don't see the point. The score runs aren't for money, so there's no reason to be secretive about anything. That's how I see it. But so that's what score runs have become, and it's disappointing because I respect the art that is escape. You know, Escape basically is something I got into after Horde. I used to play a ton of Horde. Me and my friends would win like 3, 4 matches, 1 through 50s per day, and and then I accumulated a lot of runs that way. And then I had a former friend that who taught me the ways of Escape, streamlined my progress, and I've been into it ever since. But now it's just like people have made it just something to glitch about, which means if there's one glitch, there's two glitches. If there's two glitches, there's three glitches, and it's just for me, it's lost meaning. So it's like I used to care to connect with some of these people in the top 100, but now it's just like I don't care at all about that because it's just you know it's are they even good or are they just good at glitching? And that's where it pretty much ends for me as far as score runs is concerned. It's fun with the two people I do it with now, but only to maximize our personal individual skills. But it's not fun to compete with. I'm gonna just say it, cheaters. It's just not fun at all, and the coalition's not doing anything to police these types of people. So this time will probably stay here. This is the number one time. So they're quote unquote the best players, but unfortunately, for some reason, they felt they had to glitch to win, and that's just who they are as people, and that's going to have to be okay with me. for me to move on because I got other plans for the channel and I got other plans for my own personal Gears goals. So, all right, so we touched on the headshot glitch and the contact glitch. And sorry if I'm rambling. Sorry if the visuals aren't bored or aren't interesting. It's more about what I'm saying than what the visual looks like. But I do want to show you this lethal engagements portrayal. This 238 time is complete bullshit. It required two glitches to get there. Just a saying. But next, I want to say for escape lobbies, I want to touch on. So with escape lobbies, something, and I haven't looked at this before the start of this video, but typically 9 out of every 10 matches are based off of or XP matches, but we'll see. Maybe it's a lucky day and I'm wrong. So okay, so we got master. So the clock is anything the clock is XP run. Surge. Okay, so today hell must have frozen. So I'm wrong today. But typically speaking, escape lobbies are littered with every other match being the Surge XP run or the Clock XP run. I mean, the Descent is the best one, but for some reason people don't play the Descent for Master for cards, but it's the best one. You get 6 cards. There's no Iron Man. But people, I don't know. I don't know people why people still do Surge runs. You're just gonna get a bunch of green cards. But but yeah, I want to challenge you guys to start hosting lobbies that are not XP based. What I did back in Operation 3, mainly in Operation at the end of Operation 2 and Operation 3, is I just played. I didn't even know what an XP run was. XP run was because of the fact that my friend and I just wanted to help me master all the maps. So that was my XP runs. I got cards and got better doing that. Now for XP runs, I want to touch on specifically the cards don't make the player. So one thing I want to do in the future is do a solo Ice Queen one run with no cards, no skill cards, just to prove the fact that the cards do not make the player. I've seen a lot of level 18s not know what they're doing. I've seen a lot of lower levels know what they're doing. It really depends on how well you absorb information, how well you play each individual hive. Are you only farming cards for the sake of farming cards? Are you actually getting better at escape? What's the priority? Because one of the reasons why I don't host public lobbies a whole lot. If someone needs help with a map, they reach out on YouTube and then I get back to them. But if I don't host public lobbies a whole lot, first of all, I like solo runs, for the challenge. But because of the fact that, a lot of these people get these high levels through playing the clock or the surge or something like that. And I don't respect that because it means if I need, hey, can you help me play lethal engagements? You can't do it because you don't know what to do. You'll either take too much ammo, you don't know how to spread out the ammo with, ammo conservation, you don't know how to meat shield, you don't know how to active headshot fast enough because you've been playing the clock too much. Or I was like, hey, I can always tell someone's skill, like, how they play Ice Queen. Because that's a very technically sound map in my opinion. So if I see someone doing something like, as Lizzie getting the sniper rifle, it's not going to be a good game. Because I know characters and things of that nature. So I guess without this becoming a complete rant, which it probably already is, challenge yourself to do master on all the maps. Stop doing surge runs, descent runs, and clock runs. They're boring. Do something else. Onslaught is if you're going to do XP runs, Onslaught would be a good one, I suppose. Because at least before the safe rooms, not easy. Well, it's not a gimme win, I should say. It's pretty easy. Heck, do Ice Queen XP runs. Challenge yourself to be good at the maps. Uh, don't just arbitrarily do surge or clock runs just because you need cards. Again, and another thing, cards for what? Like you are going to do what with those cards? A lot of you play Horde. Very few of you play Escape at a high level as in terms of like competing for number one spot. So in terms of quote unquote needing cards for characters, the only thing you would need absolutely to compete at number one spot is level six score boost cards. Everything else is optional. You don't need a level six shredder to win a horde match. You don't need a level six cloak batteries for Kate to win an escape match. So you need cards to do what? So with that being said, just play the game, or I would challenge you, do what you want, I guess, just to play the hives. Try to master all the hives with three people. When you do that, incidentally, you will get the cards you need. Um, if you do descent, I mean, you can still get the cards you need with the descent master runs, but you're not going to get any better. You will regress, if anything. If you're just like 90% of your time on gears is surge and escape runs, but sorry, surge and clock runs. But I guess is to each his own. It's not my thing. I'm only really into master runs, whether it's score or solo, mainly solo, because there's no glitching involved in solo runs. But I guess it's up to you what you want to do. But yeah, I think it's more important to get better at the game than to get cards for a character and not be good at the game. So that's my conclusion on that. So that's pretty much what I want to touch on in this video. Is I'm disappointed in the fact that something I really enjoy has been basically turned into not even escape anymore. Might as well just erase it and just say Glitch Fest 2020, because of the fact that a lot of the players have resorted to that. What happened to just improving your skill or getting better through, other maps and stuff like that? My old team that I used to play with, we would do Ice Queen on Master as a warm up. That's just how it was. But you'd be hard pressed to ever find a public lobby with Ice Queen Master. Actually, you probably never find an Ice Queen Master public lobby unless I'm hosting it. So, you know, so some things with Escape have turned to be a complete disappointment for me. And surprisingly enough, I guess it doesn't really have anything to do with the coalition. It's more the characters of the players that play the game. You could blame the coalition on this one for allowing it to happen, but I'm not gonna. There's a lot of things they will you'll see in future videos that I have yet to release on things that I would blame the coalition for, but this isn't one of them. But that's pretty much it, guys, for now. Stay tuned for the next video. I'm working on a solo run right now. That's I'll It's going to end up being my greatest achievement once I eventually get it, due to the difficulty and how long it's taking me. But yeah, thanks for listening. If you did make it this far, let me know what you guys think, and I'm going to talk about some more stuff here throughout the week. Thanks for listening, and you guys have a good one. Peace.